Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Project Genom. We're going to be continuing where we left off. Now, for those of you who may have missed the last episode, we did a whole lot of quests. We went to the junkyard, and we ended up completing all the quests that were over there. There were one quest when you first zoned in to kill off some of the, what were they, seekers or whatever the name of those hounds were. We killed a whole bunch of them. We had to kill some of their nest. We eventually had to go a little bit further in, kill some raiders, destroy their stash, and check out a few locations there. And that is all done now. Now we actually have to turn in to this guy right over here and see what he has in store for us. Here it is, or here it's all up to the market exchange rate. So 1,928 experience points, 620 credits, as well as a rare oracle pistol, 320 damage to 736 damage, 7 to the pistol, and 13 on the level. So we do need a little bit higher on our pistol. We're actually getting quite a few of these. I thought arms dealers had big purses. Okay, well, that's all he has for us there, and you can see our weapons are filling up. We do need another assault rifle before we can use that one, and you'll see we need quite a bit left on this one before we get to that point. We have what is it, 81 points, and we have 75 points, and we need 81. So we're actually not too far away. We're getting a lot closer than I thought we were. Our pistol needs to be leveled up a little bit, and our armor is finally getting there. It's 18. But we're going to need something along the lines of 89 points to level that up. Although we could definitely go down this middle route, which is only 13 points right there, and see if maybe we can start getting some of our regular armor. Now, that's only level 5 armor, and we have several other pieces over here that require level 9. So we're going to have to get to level 9 or assault level 10. And that's what I'm kind of saving up for, is the assault or the tactics. Which one is it? Is it... It's, yeah, assault, and we're right there to get to level 10, so that would be beautiful. We can get that. It is nice to have a range of each and every single one of them, since somebody told me that you can only level those up if you have a piece of armor that is on from those, and right now we have nothing from the middle one, which is why you see these two side ones leveling up so much more, I think, than the one in the middle. I think they're actually spot on about that. So let's see, what else do we need to do as far as our main quest go? So resurrecting a dinosaur. We still need to get the frame. Unfortunately, we didn't get that from doing that mission, so there must be another mission that we do that from. I thought he was supposed to tell us where to go from that one. Well, if you insist. Okay, well, then there is another mission we're missing. Let's see if something is inside town. We have the Dark Horse, but I haven't been able to do this one. I don't know where we're supposed to go for the Dark Horse. In fact, if we take a look at the quest, you guys can see exactly what it says. There it is right there. Bring the cargo to Hasan. Hey guys, so we are back now. I did cut and paste these two pieces together because I was looking for the Hasan guy. We have a couple of quests to do with them, and inside town it always says he's over there in the bar, and he actually is not inside the bar. So I wanted to find him, and it took me a long time, even though I think we've actually come over here before. Unfortunately, when we were coming over here, I was still learning the zone. I wasn't even paying attention to the names. The names, unfortunately, guys, you do need to start paying attention to early on, because when they first lead you over there, if you forget what their name is, you don't get any other clues. Now, Hasan is, let's see, where is he at? There he is, Hasan, right there. We need to bring the cargo to him, so that's one quest. We actually has another quest for him. I believe it's on the 3rd tab. Let's see, there it is right there. We have the scrap, and we need to bring that to him. So we're going to get a rifle out of this one, which is fairly decent. Assault Rifle 8, level 17, and it goes all the way up to 920. And then the other one we're going to get, which is, where was it? We're going to get this rifle. Now, this rifle we can't use yet, Assault Rifle 9 and level 22, but it's so much better than anything we're going to have. Now, we do need to make sure that we have space in our inventory. Now, I was looking at the weapons, and I think the weapons I'm going to go with are the ones that are going to add the stamina. It's plus 20% to stamina on this handgun right here, and then underneath it, it adds another 1,444, which I believe goes straight into health. Now, the stats and the health and how your armor levels up, that's something I have been learning along the way. I have made a few mistakes in my assumptions such as when you level up your armor here, you do need to have at least one piece for each one of these factions. Otherwise, you'll see down here the 99 out of 151. That is the skill level in which that armor is being leveled up, and you get points, I believe, all the way up to 151, and then it maxes out. So if you have one type of armor, just say tactical armor, then this number right here, this 99, that's the only one that will level up. These other two, such as the assault and the commando, will do nothing at all unless you have an actual piece of each one of those on. And of course, the more those pieces you have and the more damage you take, the faster each one of those skills will go up. So you do want to have a good mix. You at least want one of every single one of them. And from what I've been able to see in the game, the hardest one to level up will be commando. If you look at the items, and we're going to give you a brief overview on this one, guys, so hopefully you do not mind kind of taking a break from the game for a second and just kind of looking at this. Now, tactical armor, from what I've been told, has the highest amount of actual mitigation, such as armor damage, armor resistance, I should say, and so therefore you won't take too much damage with this, whereas the assault armor has the most shield, so they have to get through your shields faster, and then of course your shields recharge fairly quickly. So this is kind of the best bet to go with, in my opinion. Some people are saying they like the tactical armor because they think, and of course this is, you know, still only a few days into the build of the alpha, so some people are, you know, confused, some people are assuming things, and you got a lot of different things going around. But some people think the only way to level up your skill as far as getting hit goes is your pure health and not your shields. For me, I've seen it the other way. I've seen both your shields and your health seem to make a difference. And of course, if you want that, the best one to go down would be your commando. It's a combination of the two. You get your shields and a whole lot of health out of it. And again, that's why I'm going down the route with my guns, trying to assume that stamina would be the best one. So this one would be the next one that I go with, plus 21% to stamina twice. So that's 42% right there increased in my health. And I don't know which one would be better. I have to wait until I can unlock those before I put them on. But of course, I am saving all my points up here, my weapons, so that I can get that level 10 on my assault rifle, which we're about to get a level 10 one on. So that's where I want to put my effort. Once we do that, I can switch back over to my handgun skills and start leveling those up. And of course, you level those up pretty much the same way. And you can see right now, my assault rifle is completely maxed out at 151 out of 151. And then my handgun is maxed out at or close to it, at 135 out of 151. So it only has a few more left that it can do, and we're 75 out of 75, so it can't upgrade anymore. Is that why it's stuck at it? So we can't do the 81, huh? That is interesting. I didn't even see that. Maybe it's based off of level-wise, I guess could be the case. So if we do 21 points into this one, that would give me a 6 on the handgun. And what do these guys need? They need 8. Oh man, that kind of sucks. I'd have to put a lot of points into my my handgun one just to be able to use, like, oh man, that really does suck. I guess let's go ahead and do that since it's not going to level up anymore. Let's go ahead and put 1 point into that one, and we'll do the other point into this one. And man, 47 more points. Might be able to do that one, but we're probably not going to be able to get this one anymore until they unlock one of these other ones, and I think we have to wait a little while before those unlock. And of course, we're maxed at 75, and I never even looked at that before. So let's see, can we wear any of these? Still can't wear any of these. We can wear this one, and this one is better than what we're wearing. It doesn't do very much. In fact, we lose percentage to our shields, we lose a lot of stamina, and we lose +2 experience. So I think I'm going to leave that one on, actually. I mean, once we start killing with it, I'll put the other one back on. But until then, I don't really see it being all that useful. I really wish I could have done the 9 one, but I didn't even know that. So what we are doing here, guys, is because I was looking for the Hasan guy, I will show you over here on the map exactly where we are. If you come out of the main city, you're going to go down the path. You're going to take a left. You're going to go all the way down to the science buildings. And then, actually, before you get to the science buildings, you want to take a left. So here we are on the map right here, guys. It's the giant wall to the east. And you can see at the very top is the main city. Over here is that Death of the Traveler that we keep seeing pop up as you go down to the right. You're going to go down this right path over here. As you can see, I'll zoom in. You'll take a right, and those are where you will see the commandos, those raiders that we've killed before. You'll see a few of those trogs, and you'll keep coming down here, and you'll see the entrance, and that's exactly where my little arrow is. Now, if you do go off the beaten path, I believe it was right about over here, there is a quest right there at those crossroads. And I ran into that one. We'll show you that one here in a minute once we get into it. But yeah, it is something that you will find as you go through the game. You're just going to run into quests. I really wish I could, record the whole time, but a lot of it is just me running around trying to find things because I am still a noob at this game. But I'm greatly enjoying it. It is an amazing game, and I can't wait to see where it goes. I don't believe that vehicle is following with him, so I hope it doesn't work that way when I get it. All right, here we go. Middle. Where did the hoppers gone? We had an agreement. So we get 2,100 experience points and our rifle right there, which we can wear. I just decided to finish his job. Okay, let's go ahead and get that. Oh, thanks for delivering the goods in one piece. I was asked to give you this as a reward, and then we get the other rifle, assault rifle level 9, which is level 22, which we can't use just yet, but a great stat on that. So I was convinced convenient for me. So yeah, great, we got those. Unfortunately, what do we do now? Drop by later, because you have no more quests for me. So if we come back out here, actually before we do that, let's put on our new weapons here. So this one we cannot use yet. Did we not get the other assault rifle? What happened there? Let me look into the little thing. Let's see. You received an item warg rifle, and we received the marca. Where did the warg rifle go? There's the warg rifle. Where's the marca? Is it? That sucks. That was the one rifle that I was actually able to use, and it's not here. That doesn't make any sense. Right? I mean, that was what we were supposed to get. I could have swore I just looked at these things. Am I going crazy? Bring the cargo, a dark horse. Where is it at? Scrap metal? Okay, so there it is right there. So what did they want me to do? Unload in the hangar. Okay. So there is another part to that quest. I was freaking out here. I was like, what is going on? So let's see. Hangar. There we go. Trading terminal, maybe? We can sell in here at the very least. So let's go ahead and sell a few of our items, such as these low-level ones here that I picked up off of one of those mobs that happens to drop stuff. Let's sell those. These are all good, I believe. Yes. We can wear the boots, but I went ahead and took the boots off because I wanted to actually level up that skill. Man, now there's going to be some running around inside the hangar. You think they mean this hangar, or you think they mean the other hangar back at the base? It could be any way. I know they do like to throw little things out there like that. Sometimes it's just running back and forth quite a ways, but it's, man, I wish I'd know which one, at least have an idea. Now, this thing is fairly decent in size, but we'll look around it really quick. I mean, shouldn't be too many places it can hide. I don't know. You know, the maps don't have labels. They're not complete. But again, you know, that's part of the fun, in a way, is just trying to figure it out for yourself. Now, I have made comments in the past where I was like, I kind of wish they had done more to fill in the gaps between levels, where you get a piece of armor and there's like, you know, it's a level 2 that you have, and then it goes all the way up to like level 7 or something like that. And you're like, what? I gotta level those up. I gotta grind. Well, if you do the side missions, it actually fixes that. You will get a lot more variation along the way. But unfortunately, the side missions actually tend to be a lot harder to figure out, at least for me, than the main mission. So I haven't been doing too many of those. I've been trying to. Definitely want to finish those off. They have some really good rewards. However, I haven't been able to actually do it. So I think once it's a little bit easier to find some of this stuff, and again, mainly, you know, pilot error. Like, you need to pay attention to what's going on. It is not going to hold your hand in this game, at least not yet. Maybe down the road they will decide to go down that route, but for now, you need to figure stuff out your own. And you can ask the community sometimes. So let's see. Earning opportunity is always good. It doesn't make matter if it requires a carrying box from one corner to another, or to dig into the waste to search for scrap. Name. I know one thing these guys took the case they are not able to do, and there's me to drive the nail. Well, I unload in the hangar. Seriously? I mean, if there was somewhere to unload, it should be like right next to him, and for all I know, it probably is, and I completely missed it when I ran by. Let's check it out again, because there has to be somewhere over here, right? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense to make me run all the way back. Like, this right here would be a good place to unload. Trading terminal, definitely not the place to do it. Maybe over here somewhere? I mean, I know we checked it, but double checking it is always an option. That way you don't have to come back later on. It is a bit of a run. Nope, that doesn't seem like we're going to finish that one off. So, you know, we'll run back to base and check that out here in a minute. But I want to show you the other quest that we picked up so that you guys will know what that entails. And I don't have it marked on the map just yet because I wanted to show you where we got it first. And then, of course, there were some items there that they wanted me to inspect. And I didn't go ahead and do that just yet because, you know, it just didn't seem like if I inspected that, I'd miss out on more of the story. And it was kind of sucky that I couldn't... you know, show you that as I got there, but you know, a lot of running around on this map looking for places that are what we need to do. So let's go ahead and look at the map again. So I want to go straight and then take a left. Now, following the road over here is almost something you have to do. Now, normally I would say go off the beaten path, go out there and see what you can find. You might be pleasantly surprised at anything you come across. However, on this one, if you try to go off the beaten path, you'll see there are giant rocks, there are giant hills and mountains and boulders and all sorts of craziness stuff over here that will get in your way. So this one's not level, not flat at all. And if you don't follow the roads, you're either going to run off of a cliff and get stuck, or you're going to run into a cliff and not be able to get over it. Now later on, they're supposed to add gliders and hoverboards and spaceships and all sorts of manner of really, really cool things. Until they do, you're going to have to play by the rules of the physics. And that looks like a giant Jack and the Beanstalk thing right there, which is fairly cool, I think. Let me see. Yeah, this is it right here. Now, one thing I did want to kind of cover while we're running over here is leveling up your armor skill. I actually like the fact that you have to... Is it this way? Let me look at that again, guys. Sorry. To the left. Is that it? Let's actually face that way. So it's going to be this way in a second. Isn't it? Or did I kind of miss it already? No, we're going the right way. Yeah, so one of the things I do like about the armor skill is you have to use it to level it up. However, one of the downsides is the grinding. And I know a lot of people aren't going to like that. Just going into an enemy, standing there, getting hit, waiting for it to kill you or get really close to it, and then getting out of the fight. I did think of another way that they could level that up at the same time of making it very enjoyable. And what I thought of was PvP. I thought of several different, you know, arena matches kind of thing. So if you did have an arena match and you had it, my idea would be to have teams. So you could have a team PvP match, and you could have arenas where you have to compete against. And this is right where it spawned right here. Let's go ahead and kill these guys off real quick. But yeah, so if you had a PvP, you'd be leveling up your armor while you fight other people. And since he's going to kill those, I'll kill his. And that way he doesn't have to. And he's using a better machine gun than I am, so he's killing these a lot faster. There we go. Okay, let's take a look around here. And I'll get to that PvP thing, because I think that's going to be a whole episode kind of talking about that, because I had a lot of ideas on it. But just the fact that you would be able to level up stuff, new task. All right, let's see what we have over here. Actually, while he's doing that, let's look at our quest so we can even see what it does. Find stimulating concentration and find the cantina. Answering the incoming call on the radio. That is another one that we got that I will show you where it is at as well down the road when we start running over in that direction. But yeah, back to the arena, guys, is hopefully that doesn't pop up with anything. Yeah, back to the arena is having the ability to fight other players for rewards, whether it's, you know, battle tokens that then you can redeem for items down the road, or just titles that you can use, or a little bit of extra coin if you win. And one of the things I really like, though, is World of Warcraft does this really well. When you want to go into a PvP match, there are those who like certain PvP matches over others, and it gives you the ability to say, no, I don't want to go into just any match, I want to go into a very specific one. If you do that, you lose out on a little bit of the reward. If you go in there and you say, I just want a random map, you get a little bit more of a reward if you win, because you're basically saying, I'm good enough to win on any map. That helps fill in the gap so that you don't have, like, when a game first comes out, you're going to have tons and tons of people playing PvP. That's almost a given. However, once the game gets a little bit older and once peak hours are no longer on, you don't find as many people on. And if you don't find as many people on, even those who want to play will stop signing up for it because they'll sit there for half an hour, waiting for a match, get into it, and then it's over in 5 minutes. And, you know, that's just not something they want. They want to be able to join, do it, and then exit out and do it again and again and again if that's what they were trying to do. So having the ability to get people who aren't too picky about it, they're just kind of like, I want to get in there, make a little bit extra money. Maybe all I want to do is get in there and get beaten a whole bunch of times because I suck and I'm not very good, or just because I'm not worried about winning. All I want is that armor skill. But then you give them a challenge, you give them something that they can strive for, an item, you know, a title, money, and they start trying for it, and you get more and more community inside that PvP match. Now, I want teams in this game, and some of you have asked questions, do they have teams? Well, yes, they do have teams. I don't know how they work just yet. I haven't been able to group with anybody yet, but they don't have any type of strategy yet, because all you have are machine gunners pretty much. I don't see anybody using a pistol for the most part. Like the beginning zones, yeah, people are using pistols, but after that, everybody's using machine guns. I would love to see a healer class in this game, and by healer class, I mean a weapon. And the weapon that I would choose to use would be the sniper. Now, the sniper, I want it the way it would work is it does a lot of damage if you use it as a weapon. But if you use it as a healing one, and it would be like very specific sniper rifles that actually healed, you would have to aim at the target you were trying to heal and fire the round. And of course, it would be very slow to load. It would have like one round, and then you would have to reload it. And so it wouldn't be the ideal weapon for any other reason. Like, you would be a healer class, and you wouldn't be uber because you wouldn't just be spraying the gun. You would have to be in the back somewhere safe. This is where I actually got that other quest. When you stand here right next to it, that little line will pop up right there, and you'll see right there, it will give you the quest once it's done. And we'll get back to the PvP here in a second, but I want to show you guys this real quick. So once you do that, it gives you this quest right here, unexpected work, and it says answer the incoming call on the radio. And I decided not to answer it until you guys were here, so let's go ahead and answer that call here in a second and see what they have to say. We'll exit out of there. Unknown, would you like to make some money? Let's say you're very lucky and we are ready to pay well for some materials from Locust. So they want some Locust materials. Didn't get to see the rest of it. Let's see, Locust chitin and Locust shells. So I think we've gotten those before, but I guess it wants us to get a few more. Let's run back to town. But yeah, like I was saying with the PvP, if you could make it where the healer or the sniper rifle could heal somebody, that would be amazing, right? One of the other things, you would actually be able to use strategy. They would be in the back, they would be trying to hide. You would have to design the enemy to roam around the map, maybe even go after people who are hiding in certain spots and go after those guys. But the other thing behind it, I was thinking, is to kind of give it that skill level that you would really want, is if you miss and hit the enemy instead of your guy, then you would heal the enemy instead. So you would need a steady hand, you would need somebody who knows how to play the game, and you'd also need players who weren't running all over the place. So you'd want like a tank, somebody who was designed, somebody who was equipped to take the hits, the punishment. Maybe not dish them out as much, but at least take the hits. And so then again, you start getting into those groups, you start getting into strategy. Because right now, if you get into groups, I imagine it's just everybody shooting, not real, like, I can't imagine you putting much strategy involved at all if there are no healers. Because what do you have to lose? Whoever gets the first aggro is immediately going to die, the next person's going to immediately die, the next person after that's going to immediately die. I can't heal somebody, I can't trade my shields to somebody. That would be a cool little aspect, maybe a kinetic type weapon or ability, so that I can trade my energy to somebody else and therefore make myself vulnerable. And of course, then you could program all sorts of really cool things when it comes to the enemies to be able to notice that and immediately go after whoever has the lowest energy shield. So you just get like one smacked and then you die. So it wouldn't be something you could do willy-nilly. You wouldn't be up in the middle of combat doing that. You would have to be in the back and maybe in the middle. So you'd have healers in the very, very back. And then, of course, you'd have like your shield casters, your kinetic energy type guys in the middle ground, and then your main tanks in the front ground. And in between, you'd have to make sure that the line of sight was clear for each one of those people to do what they were doing. And if you throw in a whole bunch of little bugs jumping all over the place in between the big boss guy, that would get harder and harder. So a lot of tactics could go involved in that and make it where, you know, people need to know their role and what their job is to be able to actually conquer certain boss guys. And I think that is what the game kind of needs when it gets to the higher levels. Like people want that content where it's just not like, let me just run in, shoot everything if we got the numbers and we automatically win. When it comes to the PvP, again, you could have teams of 5 versus 5 and tactics would come in mind. When I think of a PvP match like that, I think of Gears of War, where you give people abilities to jump behind objects, little places where people can crouch behind, sniper vantage points, things of that sort that would make that match really, really cool. One of the main things, though, I think with the PvP that I would love to be able to see is having the matches broadcasted so people could watch them if they wanted to. Not like broadcasted on YouTube or Twitch, but having it where people can go in there and see, okay, I don't want to play a PvP match, but I want to watch one. And so you'd be able to spectate it, almost like a Roman Colosseum. And instead of just doing it where, okay, you can watch any of them, and maybe have that option where you can watch any of them if you want to, have it where there's special ones every day. So maybe twice a day, maybe 3 times a day, you will have like the Battle Royale, one of these things where during the rest of the day, you have to win so many matches, you have to get through so many stages, whatever the requirement would be. And if you do that, then eventually you move on to the main match. And of course, I would love to see a ranking system in there so that when you do defeat somebody and you get better and better at your skill, you're not still in there with brand new guys. So I would like to see like a silver, a bronze, and a gold, and then a platinum, and then like a newbie course, so that those who are brand new to the game can get in there, get their feet wet without getting owned by all these high level players who are really good at what they do and have amazing equipment, and even be able to put people in there based off of their levels alone, or levels alone and their ranking system. So that would be a little bit more actually a lot more complicated for them to program, but it's again up to them and whether they even want to do any of this. But I think having that ability to go into PvP and level up your armor takes out of that grinding. Actually, it's still in the game, you just don't feel it as much because you're not sitting there doing nothing but running into a battle and dying or getting hit over and over and over again. You're running into a battle, dying and getting hit, trying to achieve your goal, which is to win the PvP match, and most of the time you're probably going to lose, but you don't care too much because you're still leveling up your armor. There's a glider right there. Oh, I can't do anything with that, unfortunately. I don't see anything in here, so I don't think this is the warehouse they're talking about, unless they're talking about the science warehouse, which could be a thing. Let me look at that quest again. And one of the things, being alpha, is when you go into a new zone, you do have to keep clicking that hide the quest thing, so you don't have to see it all the time. That's another one. Where is it? Unload in the hangar. Yeah, that is a weird one. We're gonna have to look around for that one, guys. But yeah, I have a lot of ideas when it comes to PvP as the different matches you could do. I would love to see one with gadgets in it, so that you can actually have somebody, if the other team is just kicking your butt just royally, and it's just an all-out, battle royale, have somebody who can like flip a switch and like lava comes up from the floor. Maybe there's grinders that come out, and I think of like a Ratchet and Clank when I think of that, as far as like the battle arenas go, so that you have a wide variety of different types of battlegrounds that people can go into, and it's not just the same thing again and again and again for people to experience. It's something completely new. No matter how many times they go in there, they're gonna find something they're probably gonna like. And I think that's one of the things that a lot of games don't really incorporate into their PvP. It just seems like it's repetitive again and again and again, and I would love to see them do something other than that on this one. And I think it needs it as far as that grinding goes. Of course, if you do the side missions, it does help with that, and as they add more and more missions into the game, you will have a little bit less of that feel like you're grinding, and more of I'm accomplishing a mission, getting some armor, and slowly leveling up. But if you could go in there and just do some PvP matches in between to make up the gap, especially when you don't feel like doing every quest in the game, because there's going to be people out there who are like, I don't want to do any quests, I just want to go out there and fight. You're going to need some way to level that guy up, and unless you just want to stand there and get hit by a beast again and again and again, which is a little ridiculous. And PvP, I think, in a game like this could be so amazing, because there's so many different types of guns and weapons that they're implementing into the game. Right now, you have 2 different types, which is a solid round and a laser round. Lasers go through your shields a lot more, and the solid rounds go through your life a lot more. So, you know, depending on how many rounds of ammunition they throw in there, maybe heat seekers, maybe hollow points, all sorts of really, really cool stuff that I imagine at some point they want to put in. It could make your team very unique and very specialized in a lot of different ways. And then you haven't even gotten into like the armor ones here where you can be like cybernetic, which they're going to be throwing in as well, mech suits and all sorts of really cool gadgets and things of that sort. So once they do that, you are really going to start seeing PvP matches take on a life of their own, as long as you give them the ability to do so. So, you know, I'd like to hear your guys' opinions on it. Again, we didn't really get too much done in this episode. I kind of covered a few of some of the details that I had been mistaken on at the early stages, some of the stuff that I assumed, and then it turned out to be wrong. And then, of course, you know, just finding little tidbits in the quest here and there. Now, if you see the jumping, the lag there, it is because they haven't put in the 2 new servers for the American side yet. So there are a lot of people on in the game, and until they fix that, this city in particular is going to be the busiest and the laggiest out of all of them. So I was going to start a series where I was going to go through each and every quest and show you guys how to do that one by one. So if you guys had any questions, you wouldn't have to watch this one and kind of peek through and be like, okay, where do I go for this one? Oh, he just figured it out. He got a piece here, he got a piece there. I wanted to make it very straightforward for you. However, the lag is fairly difficult, and so I decided to wait on that one, and we'll do that one in about a week, maybe a week and a half, once the servers are in there. But until they do, we're going to be going through our natural playthrough here and just seeing where we can get. Now, we are 21. I do want to get to 25 here fairly soon, but I got to get that frame piece. And to get that frame piece, I have to finish off one more quest, and I don't know which quest it is. So that's why I'm doing all these side missions. I wanted to do them anyways, but now there's a higher priority onto them so that we can get that vehicle. As always, guys, I want to thank you all for watching. If you do enjoy these videos, definitely leave those comments down below. I'd love to hear your opinions on any of the stuff we talked about, or just on the game itself. Do you like the game? What would you like to see put in the game? Do you have ideas? And what are those ideas, guys? As always, I'm AC Gamer, and I will definitely catch you next time. Hey guys, and welcome to the disembodied voice of AC Gamer. We are definitely going to be doing a lot more series in the future, but here are a few of them that you guys might find interesting. Of course, you're more than welcome to check them out. I would love to hear your comments. Again, if you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. It's definitely the indicator that I use to tell if you guys want to see more videos like that, of that particular game style, of that you know, series in the long run. So when you guys leave comments down, it helps me decide whether we should keep doing it, as well as whether you want to see games like that in the future. And here are a few of them right here. I kind of picked out a few of different genres. We will be doing spotlights for other YouTubers in the future. So if you want to get a little shout out, definitely let me know. If you group with me, chances are you will get a shout out in here eventually. But for now, these are just 4 series that I have that I feel like could use a little bit more attention, and that you guys might actually enjoy as well. Thanks again for watching, guys, and we will definitely catch you all next time.